In this video, we're going to talk about panel memories, which is a new feature in version 2.3 of the MLS-X1 software, and it brings a lot of new functionality to the switcher, particularly focused on the panel. So to start with, there's a new option for the FlexiPad called panel memory here. It sits on the left-hand side by default, but like anything else, can be remounted. It works in a similar way to macros and snapshots, in that once I'm into it, I can see a variety of options in front of me. Now, I've created some to start with. And a panel memory essentially saves the state of the panel as it is in front of you, including crosspoint tables, macro attachments, crosspoint pad pages, and any other settings related to the crosspoint area. So if I hit this panel memory, which I've called cameras and clips, it is essentially a simpler show with cameras and clips and just my MEs. It also jumps my crosspoint pad on program preview to a blank page with just a couple of macros that I might need for the program, such as a clip wipe or our box effect. And it also attaches them over to the left where they're near my hand if I'm switching a show, just like that. So this is how this particular operator would like to work, but lots of operators work on the same shows and they like to work a bit differently. So say we have another vision mixer who would prefer to work without the macro attachment. He can resave the panel memory with no attachments, and just like that, at a push of a button, the attachments are gone, but everything else is the same. So a panel memory is a really easy way of changing just panel settings without changing the operation of the rest of the setup. And it allows multiple operators to customize a setup more easily without changing, say, your master show file or upsetting any of the effects that are already built. The nice thing about a panel memory is it can be recalled within a macro. That would be useful, for example, say we have a start of day button on our desk that resets everything to the top of the show, which I've built up here as a start of day. It also recalls our main panel memory and everything is back to our default setting for this production facility. That's really useful as a quick reset for perhaps an engineer or a non-vision mixer to come in and just make sure that everything is good to go for the day ahead. And panel memories is a really quick way of doing that because they're super quick to save. Say, for example, on our no attach setting, we decide we actually would like some macros attached. Let's say the clip wipe. I can go up to the macro menu on another crosspoint pad, go into macro attach mode, and I'm just going to attach a load of versions of the clip wipe because perhaps this operator likes to just hit the button. I can enable macro attachment for program preview, go back to my page of macros here and save a new panel memory on panel memory 4, which I do in exactly the same way as a macro by pushing panel memory and hitting the register I'd like to save. Now when I jump between those two, you can see all of those clip wipe attachments appear there and they all work, and they're all referencing the same macro. So should my operator update the clip wipe macro, everyone else's panel memory is going to use that updated macro as well. So everyone's working off the same set of macros and effects, but laying them out on the panel exactly how they would like. And that's a really good way of using the panel memories function to operate the switcher in exactly the way you like to as an operator.